happy Saturday. Welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Chalk Couture. So once you hop on today, or once you hop on the replay later, hop in the comments, say hi, tell me where you're watching from. I happen to be in central Kansas. It's supposed to be a gorgeous weekend in the mid 50s. Super excited for that. I'm tired of the cold, tired of the snow. It just needs to be spring already. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if you're ready for spring. Want to let you know that I am multi-streaming today in 3 locations. So if you see me or hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your comment feed, that viewer may be watching and commenting from a different platform. Also, if you are in my private Facebook group, there is a permission link in the description of the video that just allows StreamYard to pin your profile name and pick to your comment. If you don't click that permission link, then your comment will show up as Facebook user and I won't know who to say hi to. So let's go to the comments and we'll see who is on. Jason is watching from the other side of the door. He says he's also ready for spring. Those of you that don't know, Jason is my better half. So he is always willing to support me and he's always on my lives and I greatly appreciate it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera and we may go ahead and even add in. I'm going to flip those around. There we go. So also, if at any time during the video, if you like what you see and you think other people need to see it, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, hit that heart button, share and spread the chalk love around Facebook and YouTube. And as always, tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. I greatly appreciate it. So today we will be using the 16-inch Rustic Round from Chalk Couture. I've already put a couple of coats of chalk paste that I've watered down. So we'll be using this Rustic Round. We're also using the Many Have Eaten Here transfer. I'm going to be using the Welcome to Our Kitchen portion. Just want to let you know this transfer is in last chance. So once and it may even be discounted. I don't know. Sometimes in last chance they'll discount transfers. So if you're wanting to get this transfer, run to my website, which is chalkcouture.com/Robin's Egg Blue Creations. It's in the specials tab. It is in last chance. So once it's gone, it's gone. And you can see I'm also doing kind of a color block technique. So this is going to go on the top portion right there. And then for the color blocked portion, I'm going to be using just a little snippet of the Chalk Simmer Stir. And this comes from the Kitchen Collection. This is also in low quantity. And once it's gone for good. So if you want either of these 2 transfers, I would run to my chalk site and get these. Jason's laughing at the Many Have Eaten Here, Few Have Died. Yep, that's a really cute one. I like that one. But I want to use this Welcome to Our Kitchen. Oops. So I already taped off my Rustic Round. You can use painter's tape or you can use placement tape from Chalk Couture. I was just kind of running a little low, so I just grabbed my handy dandy painter's tape. I'm also using Colonial Blue. And I do have most of the supplies linked in a cart link in the description of the video. I did not add any colors because at the time I was making the cart link, I wasn't for sure on my colors. I wanted to stay a little neutral, but I kind of thought I have a set of dishes that I've made from our local pottery studio. And this color is similar to that, to the base color. So I went with this in case we decided to put it in our kitchen, but and I can always also custom make these to your colorway as well. So just let me know. But I chose Colonial Blue. And then for the Chop Simmer Stir and the text, I can't decide between Bright White and Dune. Probably white, since most of some of the color in my plates are also white. but we'll see. I could mix the two together. This is a little more yellow than I'd prefer. This is a little white, so maybe if we mix the two, we could come up with a great kind of cream off-white color. So to color block this and to paint it with the chalk paste, I put a little bit of colonial blue into a color tray. I sprayed some distilled water into this other tray. I'm trying to decide if I need another coat. I don't think I do, but so I just used the paintbrush from the Artist Tool set, and I actually watered down my chalk paste, and then I also had some extra water in here that I dipped my paintbrush into, and then just lightly paint your coats of watered down chalk paste until you get the coverage that you desire. It dries super fast. It's a great way to paint some of your surfaces like this. Again, it dries quick. You already have the color. It matches all of the other colorways that you've used, that you may have used colonial blue in. You don't have to have any other acrylic paints. It's a great way to use up your chalk paste if you don't chalk a whole lot like I don't chalk a whole lot. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and I don't think I want to add any more colors. So actually, excuse me. First of all, I'm kind of all over the place. Sorry, but I'm going to get a cough drop. It seems like when I talk a whole lot, I get a tickle. And then I'm going to put the rest of my paste back in my jar. And because I used distilled water, it's just going to go right back in there. No harm, no foul. I certainly don't want to waste all my paste. Okay. So put that to the side. And I just have my paintbrush kind of wrapped in a little wipe to keep it from drying out so bad. I'm going to get another wipe out though. If I have stuff on my fingers, it's going to get everywhere. So do a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of cleanup. Okay, so let's peel our tape off. I'm going to save that because I can always use it later. Perfect line. So now I want to add a little bit of wax to the bottom, and this is just going to protect my painted layer from my transfer sticking so hard that it might pull up some of that paste. So I'm just using a little bit of our surface wax. So I'm just going to apply it to the pasted area. A little bit more on the bottom. I'm going to heat mine up just a little bit with my hair dryer. I don't know how effective that is, but kind of makes it, in my mind, spread a little easier, especially if your wax is a little on the harder side. So now I'm just going to flip my applicator over And you don't have to have a fancy applicator. A t-shirt, a paper towel, even a wax brush will work. So I'm just kind of buffing it in. So I kind of got a splotchy. I'm just going to grab a paper towel. See if I can. Just trying to see if I can buff out some of those splotches. Okay, I think that'll be okay. And then I need to decide if I want to wax. I probably should wax the raw area up here. That poor applicator has been through the ringer. Let me see if I have. I'm just going to try a paper towel and see what happens. So what the wax will do up here is it will kind of get into some of those nooks and crannies and crevices that I can't really see. You know, wood isn't perfect, it's porous, so it's going to have some little bumps and ridges that I can't see. So this wax gets in there and kind of gives me a cleaner, smoother surface to work with. Okay, so there's that. I've heard if your wax applicator gets gunky, kind of like mine, to kind of soak it and wash it in some Dawn liquid soap and water to try to get some of that wax buildup off. I'll have to give that a whirl. Okay, so let's do, so these are, if you're new around here, if you're just passing by, these are Chalk Couture silkscreen sticky back reusable transfers. They are reusable about 8 to 12 times, depending on how well you take care of them. So if you've ever used like a vinyl stencil, you know you're going to lose. You have to be careful of like the inside of the O's, dots to your eyes, things like that, even your punctuation. Well, because this is a silk screen, it's all interconnected, so you don't have any loose pieces that you have to deal with. I do need to note on the back what transfer this is, or that this is even the back, because when I go to clean this transfer and then to store it away when I'm done, because it is reusable. I need to know that this is the back side, and that when I go to place the transfer back down before I store it, that it goes on this side. You'll also see that there are some suggested cut lines. You can cut your transfers however you prefer. Just always make sure you leave a little bit of room between the design and the edge. I do, for the most part, like to leave my backer sheets intact. So I'm not just going to cut down the whole transfer. I'm going to score just the transfer part and leave my backer sheets intact. So I do that by pulling up a little bit of the transfer. I put my scissors underneath there And then I just score down that line. You can take this little, so this one is nice, so you can either put welcome to my kitchen or welcome to our kitchen. And as a creator, you kind of need to make note of that, because I have been to vendor booths where people say, all I ever see are signs that say welcome to our home, or why don't they ever say welcome to my home? So keep that in mind as a creator, to make sure you make products that single peeps could use. Okay, so I need to fuzz this transfer. I'm gonna remove this for a little bit. And so on these larger ones, I'm gonna place my towel on top of the transfer. So what I'm doing is just knocking back a little bit of that adhesive so that my transfer is not so sticky that it either pulls up paint or wood fibers, or that it sticks so hard to the surface that I can't get it off without pulling it or stretching it. And of course, I always end up with lint all over mine. I'm going to try it this way. That's probably pretty good. Let's move that to the side. Let's bring our round back in. So I'm just going to try to line it up so I can see through that silk screen, and I can kind of see through the transfer itself. I do also want to find the middle. So I'm going to line the edge of the K up with the edge of the N. And I'm going to pinch up here in the middle just to kind of give my transfer a little tiny crease mark. And I'm going to use that and line it up with the middle of this circle. And that should hopefully give me the center of my design. I'm also going to kind of hold it up because I can mostly see. Actually, I'm going to add, this is maybe not a good idea. Nope. I was going to add a little bit of tape so I could give myself a little more direction. I think I'm good there. No, I'm not. So I'm just kind of finding the top of that blue line and just bringing it up a little bit. However, the whisk seems a little longer than the rest. I'm going to tilt it just a skosh. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm going to go with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and burnish this really well. Make sure it's all stuck down. Okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use white. Except for I'm going to need to doctor this one a little bit. So I'm just adding a little bit of distilled water. Mine's a little rough around the edges, which is odd because it's actually a new white, but so you want your paste to be kind of a yogurt or sour cream consistency. This one is a little, I think this one is an old formula. So it's got a little bit more lumpy bumpies than it should. Get some of that off of the edges. So if you do happen to have any of the old formula and it's a little hard but still seems usable, just add a little bit of distilled water and it should be okay after that. Okay, so let's get a squeegee. Let's turn that back around. I'm going to put some on a small squeegee. And I'm just going to drag it down the silk screen area. A little bit more. And then I'm going to come back after I've covered up all of the silk screen areas. I'm going to start pulling off the excess and kind of evening out my squeegee lines. I missed the bottom of the T there. And I can put any excess right back in my jar. Yes, Mr. Jason, the paste can get too far gone to rehydrate. I can show you what those look like. They will, the old formula, I haven't experienced it with the new formula, but the old formula will become as hard as a rock. And there's just no coming back from that. Okay, so sometimes I have a bucket of water in here, but these are so big that they won't fit in that bucket of water. Oops, I don't want that. So I'm just going to spray them down with some regular water. I just have a water spray bottle. So I'm just going to really soak them down so that that paste stays wet on my transfer. That just makes them a little easier to clean. I'll come in with my quick dry tool. That little whisk is just adorable. Jason says I nailed hitting that line. Yeah, actually, the whisk is a little longer, so it actually hits the line. But the rest of the words look really good. That's luck. Okay. So while we're in between, let me show you, because I was looking through, like, that's one that is totally gone. So I just need to, I'll probably pop all of that paste out and then just recycle the container. But there's no, I mean, I can't even get my stir stick in there. Sometimes if it's still spongy feeling, you can kind of score it and then spray a ton of water in there and just keep stirring. But this, I can't even get into there, so it's gone. Which it's a really old color anyway, so it just needs to go bye-bye. I have like a box of paste jars that I just need to pull the paste out and recycle the containers, because it would kill me to throw all those in the trash. Okay, so I kind of want to, it's going to be a little difficult to work with, but I want to capture this whisk, definitely. I think it would be fun to capture this whisk as well. You just kind of have to see where you want to put it, what all you want to, what elements you want to add to, and if part of this gets taken off, that's fine too. I probably should have added a little line, but it'll work. Okay, so on these larger transfers, definitely flip them over. To pull them off. If you try to pull the transfer off of the backer sheet, you will most likely end up with a wadded mess of transfer that's stuck to itself. So for these, I like to pull the backer sheet off, and you still have to do it carefully so it doesn't stick to itself. So again, I'm going to fuzz on this one as well. You can use any kind of terry cloth towel. You could use a t-shirt, just something that you can get a little bit of lint off of. But this happens to be, this is the two-sided cloth from Chalk Couture. So it's terry cloth on one side, microfiber on the other. The microfiber is great for drying your transfers. A couple more times. Oh, goodness. And for the sake of repurposing part of this, I'm going to, go full screen on you for a little bit, and then I can hopefully repurpose part of this. Two birds, one stone, but it'll be easier to repurpose without my head in it. Okay, so, and where is this going to be? I could also maybe, except that I won't get, I guess that wouldn't be too bad. I think I may line, maybe, let's see what this looks like up here. I'm just trying to figure out what parts of this to use. I think that's probably going to be the best bet, just to have a straight line. And if parts of it are cut off, that's even better. This portion of the transfer right here, where this kind of bakeware pot is, has a lot of silk screen. So you want to make sure you're kind of working from the center out to remove any bubbles. And I'm going to, I think I have some, I have a few little extra backer sheets. I'm actually going to flip it on itself. Hopefully that will. I'm going to flip it on itself and add a couple of little pieces of placement tape. This is very similar to washi tape, so it's not very sticky. It comes off easy. So I'm just, so I don't have to mess with all of this down here, I just taped it on itself, so I have a little bit more working room. Okay, this is sticking to my board. Actually, I'm going to move my glass mat. Glass and transfers don't get along very well. And so the glass mat is making my transfer stick in other places, and so then it's pulling up where I actually need it to stick. Okay, that's better. Okay, so let's get our white back out. And then grab another blob of paste and just start at this edge. You could make this greenery different colors. You could make all of the different elements different colors, but I kind of want to just keep this somewhat neutral. I'm not for sure who the recipient will be, if it's going to stay at our house or if it goes somewhere else. I definitely will be adding it to my Etsy shop because I can recreate it. Okay, on this bakeware, because there's a lot of silk screen, kind of going a little slower, a little more light-handed, a little bit less pressure. Make sure I get clear to that edge. Okay, so I'm going to put the excess back in my jar. I'm going to start picking up all of the excess off of my silk screen. Kind of clean up edges as I go. Hopefully it's not drying on me. Okay. Just had a few spots that were kind of garbledy. And part of that's because my paste is too thick. Okay, so lay that there and do the same thing. Spray it down. Give this a good dry. It probably needs a line up there, but I'm not going to worry about it. Just to delineate between the welcome and the design on the bottom. Jason says he loves it. Oops. I'll knock my mat off. That is sad. Okay. So that is that. Let's move my mat in before I break it. Okay. So here is what our finished door hanger looks like. I will definitely add a bow. But I'll do that off camera. I'm trying to keep these a little shorter. So there is our welcome to our kitchen and the chop, simmer, stir. Those little whisks are so cute. So here it is in all of its full glory. Oops, I never can figure out which direction to go. There we go. So there is our round. I'll add a little bow to it. I do want to go through, now that we're done, go through a few of the promos for the month. We have some new promos that are just launching this month, so bear with me just a little bit. You're welcome to hop off, but I do suggest staying on to see some of the promos. The first one is there is a new promo, a monthly promo called Color of the Month, and this month's paste color of the month is Dream Car. So this is a limited edition exclusive color that is only available during February, and you can unlock the ability to purchase Dream Car with a $75 order. It's only available in February while supplies last, so if you want more information about that, contact me or message me. But again, you can unlock the ability to purchase it with a $75 order. So pretty cool. So every month the color will change, and this month's color is that fun Dream Car, and you can purchase up to 3 after you unlock the ability at $75. The next one is this month's Club Couture transfer is Welcome-ish. This is a DIY subscription kit that is mailed directly to your mailbox once a month. It comes with an exclusive B-size transfer and 3 paste singles. This month's colors are Guava, Storm, and Pesto. It is $21.99 US, $27.99 Canadian. As a Club Couture member, you do get this exclusive B-size transfer, the paste singles, and then there are also other promotions through Chalk Couture monthly. You also get free flat rate, or not free, but you do get a flat rate shipping rate on all of your orders, which is really nice. I wish I got that, but I don't. Speaking of being a Club Couture member, for any new Club Couture members during the month of February, if you sign up during this month as a new member, you do get 5 free exclusive 2022 Club Couture transfers for free. So you get the Keep Growing April Club Couture transfer, the Lemonade Stand May transfer, the Live in the Sunshine June transfer, and the Berry Sweet July transfer, and my personal favorite, the Home Sweet Home August transfer. So again, if you have any questions about that. Also, there is a Blast from the Past promo. So there are 14 transfers that have been kind of rediscovered in the warehouse, and so Chalk Couture has put these on sale for 20% off retail customers and 40% off for, oops, I have a typo, Club Couture members. So check out those transfers. They range anywhere from B size all the way up to E size, which is also a great promo. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I know I went through those kind of fast, but if you have any questions, put those in the comments, or you can always private message me. I hope you all have a great weekend. I will hopefully see you on Monday. Still have an augmented schedule. I've got some stuff coming up on the weekdays and the weekends in the next few weeks, so kind of a weird schedule, but keep hanging with me. We'll get all this figured out. But again, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you later. Thanks for watching.